Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. Sometimes a lot of things just start coming in all at once. That's the way it's happening lately. The plan to have things sort of spaced out is sort of out the window. So, guess what? I have a quilt to show you. This is called the Flapjack quilt, and it is made with fat eighths. So it is a fat quarter cut, or a fourth of a yard cut in half. So it's an eighth of a yard, but it's wide. And they are a great size to make things. So they're not quite as much, they're half as much fabric as a fat quarter, but they're just enough to get some really, really great designs. Like the Flapjack. This is a free pattern, totally free, from the Fat Quarter Shop. And mine is done with my friend Joanna Figueroa's. I'm sewing a lot with her stuff lately. This is her fabric too. But this is Strawberries and Rhubarb. I just love that name. The fabric is so gorgeous. What I'm going to do is scroll you in because I pinned it up there, and I think it's easier just to scroll in because I wanted you to see the really pretty quilting on it. There we go. See that scroll work? Isn't that nice? I really like how that turned out. I think it really complements it. And there you can see the gorgeous pattern and the fabrics. Wonderful, right? So let me tell you a little secret, because sometimes when a lot of things are going on, and I do feel like I'm an organized person, but when a lot of things are going on, sometimes I just and I forget something major often. when I am going to tell you something, it's probably kind of major. When I did this quilt, I picked out a gorgeous print from the collection to use for the backing. As a matter of fact, it's this one. Isn't it beautiful? It's in my hand though, and the quilt's quilted. When I got ready to have it quilted, my brain just, had a total misfire and did not remember I had this fabric. So I used a cream print, very similar to what is in the border, for the backing, because I had enough of that, and I'm like, oh, okay, that must have been what I picked. I have no idea what that was for. That was probably for something I'll find down the road that I needed it for. So now I have this gorgeous backing or border fabric, or however I'm going to use it. Geez, this is what I used for the binding, so I did remember that fabric. Of course, that came after I had it quilted. Anyway, such is life in the real world. These things do happen. So fat eighths, if you've always wanted to try one, this is an amazing quilt to do it on, because you really get to showcase the fabric. It's easy to do. It's all strips and squares, and it's a free pattern. So, it's a no-brainer. Pick up a fat eighth bundle and give it a try. This one is the fall one that I've been using. It's what I'm doing the wreath in. The wreath, Holly Jolly wreath, the fall version, is with this fabric line. And it's also what is in our Autumn Wonderland kit. So if you got the kit, this one that we're going to start sewing this at the end of the month, then that's the fabric line that's in there. You could have a companion throw by getting the fat eighths. So remember, this is I want to be sure you get in on this, the Woodland Wonderland, and I'm using the kit that I asked the Fat Quarter Shop to put together, which is these autumn colors. And if you buy the kit, you do get a pattern in it, and then each of your blocks are all bagged up with a conversion chart, so that you won't have any question, besides the fact we're going to be making it together, but you won't have any question as to what's going on. They're all labeled, so you won't get confused. See, it says chapter 1. It is just amazing. Now, I also want to tell you that there is a cute little pin set that Joanna designed to go with this. I love pins. Now, these are not needle minders. They're not magnetic. They're just regular pins, but there's a set of 3. Here, let me get them. There we go. Look how cute those are. So you've got the little hedgie, and then a Christmas wreath, because the original one was kind of done in Christmas fabrics, and then the mushroom. I just adore mushrooms. I think I got into them, liking them, in college, because my college friend, her parents owned a mushroom farm. And so I went to their house one time, you know, on break for one weekend, and spent the weekend with her and got to see so many mushroom things. Her mom had, of course, a whole collection of really cute little things. So these are pins you could put on your bag, on your lapel of your coat. I love that one of them's a holiday and the other two are not, so that they're more versatile. So you can get that. The link is below. When you're there, down below, please subscribe. Mwah, mwah. Then we can be friends forever. If you're my subscriber, it's free. All you have to do is just, you know, sign up, and it's free subscription. Okay, what else do I have going on? What else did I mess up anything? Oh my goodness, I've just been working on some projects for the book, of course. Let me pop the picture here. Here's a little sneak peek of for getting a label on one of them. It's that time. It's like it's getting down to the, you know, the brass tacks. Is that what they say? Whatever. Okay. All right. I want to show you this. One of the color samplers. Here is the blue one, and you can still get. I don't know how many they have. I didn't check, but you can still get the blue one. So I want to show you the fabrics in it because it is so nice. It is so nice. And I love getting these to add into my colors because it also freshens up. Sometimes I don't buy like a particular color for a while, and so what I have, you know, I tend to be missing maybe a range of shades. And this one's nice because they're all kind of in the same range of colors. Got a sparkly one here, and then it looks like a companion to that, which is a stripe. There we go. Yeah, these couple must all be sort of similar because they're all, I love the silver. Look at that, and the swirls, and then the feathers. A lot of sparkles in here. Snow. So this is a great winter fabric. You could do a project for this winter with the snowflakes, big and small. No, there's two shades of it. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look how gorgeous that is with that floral. Wonderful. The silver and blue. I have not seen that before. Okay, so now we have, this is not metallic. So there's some leaves. And then there's a nice, these are I think 2 Hanukkah prints. So there we go, 2 of them, which is really nice because they're a little bit harder to find. They don't print as many of those as Christmas. Haha, here's Bev's light bulbs. That's when we're doing the wreath. This is one of the fabrics that's in the wreath. And the cherries, look at the cherries. Now, oh my goodness, this is so cute. This says grape soda, orange cream, cherry cola. I don't wonder what line that is. That's really darling. And then this beautiful floral here. What is that called? Sunshine, a flower house collection. Isn't that pretty? I've been looking at dahlias. Thinking I need to grow dahlias next year, and this looks like a dahlia. One of my friends, Lynn Harris, has a lot of dahlias in her yard, and so I love when she shows pictures of them. And then I've been watching the Laura at the Garden Answers and her her YouTube channel, and she has a huge cutting garden, massive, because they have a large property, and the cutting garden is full of the dahlias. So I've been watching her pick those for different things. I thought, I need some dahlias. They just need to come into my life. I need to get some. So if you grow them, give me some tips. I did read up. They pretty much need sun. A lot of the edges of my property are not, 6 hours of sun, but there are some areas that have that much sun. They just the edges all tend to be shaded. I have areas that are like in the lawn, in the middle of the lawn. So maybe I need to make a cutting garden sort of in this one spot in the back, but make it real pretty, like a pretty cutting garden, not just rows that are stuck there. Something really pretty. Okay, I'm thinking about that now. Okay, 2 more things. One is the spooky box. I'm definitely going to make this project, and I'm probably going to start mine soon. They have started shipping the spooky boxes, so if you didn't order one yet and you'd like to, they're a mystery box. They're the same kind of box. They do specialty boxes at Fat Quarter Shop about 4 times a year. The last one was the Liberty box, so definitely these are fun boxes, well worth the price that they are. They're just a great value. And today is the Virginia Quilt Museum's 25th anniversary Zoom. It's a Zoom celebration. We couldn't have the celebration last year because of COVID, and when they had to decide earlier this year what we would do in October, it was so iffy that, and even still, it's fairly iffy to have a lot of people inside a building. And we all decided, back in like April, that it would be a virtual event. So we're doing a virtual event today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. If you signed up, you would have got an email, and the link is below. So you could probably still sign up and come join. I am so excited. I am hosting the event. I've done a bunch of interviews. We have a wonderful auctioneer, Jeff Evans, who is going to talk about vintage quilts from the area of, from the eastern seaboard here. The area is sort of around Virginia and Virginia quilts. And then you'll get to meet the new executive director of the museum. She just started a few weeks ago, so that's pretty excited. I've been emailing with her. She is so lovely. I'm really, really excited. I hope to meet her pretty soon. Okay, my friends, Flapjack, a gorgeous quilt to make with a fat 8th bundle. So if you have one of these and you've not used it yet, here you go. Here's your quilt. So I love you. Mwah. See you online.